Aloha. I honestly have no idea how this one's going to go. I am totally winging it. This is something I just kind of like saw some inspiration from somebody's Instagram the other day. And I was like, all right, I don't have all the stuff to do that, but I have a few things. Let's try it out, give it a whirl. So we're going to be doing this high protein, like tuna pasta salad today. So what you're going to need is some high protein pasta of some sort. This is the one that I happen to be using because it's one that I bought. So this one is a chickpea penne. One serving of this has 190 calories, 3.5 fat, 34 carbs. But here's what I love about it. It's got 8 grams of fiber and 11 grams of protein, which makes this a high fiber and high protein pasta compared to its counterparts of, just your regular run of the mill pastas. So the ingredients on here are simply chickpea flour. And it does say that it is produced on a dedicated gluten-free line. So if you are someone who has dietary concerns like that, then this might be a good one for you. So I just got this at King Soopers, which is, our Kroger here. So I needed that. I actually cooked all this up yesterday. So here's how I do it. I created as a recipe in MyFitnessPal. All I did was pour the entire box. Well, I have like my Instant Pot. I have the pot for the pot on my food scale. Then I weighed out how much pasta I was putting in there. Then I put in 6 cups of water. I put in a little bit of salt. I put in a little bit of oil, and I let it cook on manual in the Instant Pot for 6 minutes. So once it reaches that 6 minute, then you do a quick release. Then you quickly drain and rinse the pasta under cold water. Okay. So very important things here would be that if you are somebody who is in fact tracking stuff like this in MyFitnessPal, you need to know what is the weight of the raw pasta that you were cooking. So for me, for instance, I made it a recipe in MyFitnessPal. And so it's literally just chickpea penne under my recipes. So when I went in to make the recipe, all I did was scan the barcode. Cool. I weighed it out on the scale to see how many grams it was. It was 236 grams raw. Keep in mind, that weight is going to multiply because we're cooking the pasta. It's going to have water added to it. It's going to be absorbing water, which means the cooked weight of the pasta, is going to be heavier. You know this, right? Dry pasta noodles, they expand when you add water to them, which means their weight is going to multiply. So I put in here for my recipes, literally the only ingredient is 236 grams of the chickpea pasta. So then when I went to go finish the recipe by hitting to the right of add ingredients, I now adjust the serving size. I initially started as the serving size was just one. It was the entire box. That's how many servings it was in order to save the recipe in my recipes. But now I rinsed and drained the pasta. Now I simply pour the cooked pasta into a bowl that is on my food scale, and the total cooked weight of the pasta went from just being 236 raw to now it's 705 grams cooked pasta. So now anytime I want to use this pasta in my meals over the next few days, I can just measure out however many grams I need. So for instance, today, while I'm tracking this in my food logs, I'm going to put in, hey, I just want 100 grams of that chicken penne. Awesome. So that came out to being 112 calories, 20 carbs, 6.5 grams of protein, and 4.7 grams of fiber. So that's important to do when you're like advanced with tracking and stuff. It's probably not something who's brand new to tracking. It's probably not something that somebody who's brand new to tracking is going to feel really comfortable with. So if that's something you want help with, support with, please let me know. I'm happy to walk you through it once or twice until you really get the hang of it. But it is one of those things that just makes food tracking so much easier because you can be as precise as possible with the amounts of food that you're putting in. So anyways, you need your chickpea pasta, however much you want. Again, for me, I'm doing 100 grams. You're going to need like a can of tuna. So this is the one that I get from Costco. It's the Safe Catch Ahi tuna. So one can is approximately 1.5 servings. So because of that, it gives us the serving size here being just 3 ounces. So they're saying there's about 4.5 ounces of the tuna in here, which is going to give you close to 40 grams of protein in a single can. Here's the thing though. You can't just trust the measurements that they give on the labels. I weighed out this tuna in this bowl, which you're going to see here in a moment. And if it were really 1.5 servings, then I would be getting like 85, 10.5, like 120 something grams, right? Like 127 grams, I think would be 1.5 servings on here. When I measured it on the scale, it was only like 108 grams. So doesn't seem like a big deal. But again, when you're somebody who's really diligently tracking the things that you're consuming, weighing and measuring is so important. You cannot just trust what is on a label. So I got my pasta, I got my tuna, and then we're going to wing it. I think I'm going to add in like some Greek yogurt, maybe a little bit of mustard. I might put in some relish. I'm undecided there just yet. I'm definitely putting in salt and pepper. I figure, hey, I make egg salad all the time. This is probably pretty similar. I've never made egg salad with a pasta, but whatever. I'm trying to come up with some more like meatless options for all of my people who are wanting to like maybe have less meat in their diet, or we happen to be in the season of Lent when a lot of people are foregoing eating meat products on Fridays and stuff like that. So we're going to see how this goes. This might be a total flop, and I might never actually show this to anybody if this food tastes like garbage, because I would never want you to eat food that sucks. Hashtag my food does not suck. So anyways, let's do the damn thing. So here's that tuna that I weighed out. Here's my bowl that I'm going to put everything in. But I'm going to start off by just kind of figuring out what I want to do with this tuna. So I'm thinking I'm going to start with maybe, we're going to take off here. We're going to start with maybe like 30 grams of Greek yogurt. We'll give that a whirl and see how that mixes up and if it gives us a good enough consistency. I'm feeling like already probably might need a little bit more, but we will see. And I don't want to use that spoon again inside the Greek yogurt because I don't want to be putting like tuna in my Greek yogurt, because guess what? I use my Greek yogurt for a lot of things, and it's not usually being used for tuna. So now we're up to 50 grams of Greek yogurt. So I'm going to adjust that real quick in my food log to reflect that so I don't forget. Yeah, I think 50 grams with 1 can of that tuna is probably plenty. That'll do. Great. And then I do want to add some mustard for sure. So mustard's awesome. It's like a 0-calorie condiment. The only thing that really is in here is going to be some sodium. So 1 serving size is about 5 grams. All right, there we go. And it's going to give you like 55 milligrams of sodium. Sodium, not anything major to pay attention to, although you will notice if you're somebody who is eating more whole foods and stuff, you're probably having significantly less sodium because there's a ton of sodium in highly processed, hyperpalatable foods. So just keep that in mind when you're changing up your diet. You might be lacking in sodium. So you're somebody who should probably be adding more sodium to your diet. So I salt like all of my foods, but I also supplement with an electrolyte powder called LMNT. So that has sodium, potassium, and magnesium in it. Just really great electrolytes that, again, are so beneficial for you if you are somebody who's having or who's cutting back on processed foods. So, okay, don't really need this anymore. Beautiful. I guess I could just put everything in here. Looks like I don't even need that extra bowl. So I, again, like a lot of salt. I like a lot of pepper. I'm not sure if I need that relish. I just don't know how I feel about it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. I'm going to taste test this first. Not bad. Not bad. I think I'm going to probably add a little bit of relish. I'm really not worried about it. The serving size is 15 grams. We'll see how that goes. All right. So I did about 10 grams of that. Quickly scan this. Put it in my Fitness Pal. Oh no, have to sneeze. Yep, I don't sneeze. I hold them in. They gross me out, like if I'm on camera or something. If I were just here at my house, then I would sneeze because I could like wash my hands immediately and stuff. But I am doing things. I'm busy. So, okay, there's my tuna salad. Again, it was just a can of this, 50 grams of this, a serving of this, and I ended up doing like 2/3 of a serving of this. So super easy. Tuna, Greek yogurt, mustard, relish, and then as much salt and pepper as your heart desires. And my heart desires a lot. So next up, I'm simply going to add in 100 grams of this pasta. And, you know, it may have been smart for me to just stop at the tuna, right? If this sucks with the pasta, then cool. If you don't want the pasta, great. But I'm trying this out because I was inspired by literally somebody I saw on the internet the other day. So we're going to give her a whirl. Yes, I want to stay in this call. You guys are used to that by now. You keep always seeing that if you actually watch these videos. It always wants to know if I'm still in the freaking call, and I am. So mix it all up. Chickpea, tuna salad pasta. I mean, what could be better? A lot of things probably, but we're going to give it a whirl anyways. Yeah, not bad. Works for me. I'll eat it. I'm also somebody who's not very particular with my food. I don't care. I just want to eat food that tastes good, food that helps me with my goals. And a lot of the times, if your food is bland and stuff, just add seasonings and whatever, right? Salt and pepper goes a long way. Garlic salt. Trader Joe's has a ton of really good seasonings and stuff. And even the mustard and relish definitely helped for like no calories. So if I look at this entire meal that I just put together, 100 servings or 100 grams rather of my cooked chickpea pasta, an entire can of tuna, a little bit of mustard, like a third of a serving of yogurt, and then some relish. We're looking at 281 calories and 45 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber. Pretty dope. So this is a good one. I like it. I hope you like it. If you end up trying it out or some other amazing variation, you know, I'd love to hear about it. I think if I were to do this and wanted to like make it more fancy or something, probably add in like maybe some celery or maybe some bell peppers, red onions, maybe some like dill or something. But this is with just shit I had around my house and it worked well for me. So if you try it out, let me know. I hope that helps you.